Hello VCS, welcome back to the Driediger house, out in the yard this afternoon, enjoying the nice weather, and I just wanted to check in with you again. You'll see that I got my friend BB-8 here with me. I've been pretty busy the last couple weeks, but fortunately my household has been able to kind of pull together and take on some creative projects, and this is one of them. I think Levi is hoping that BB-8 will live in his bedroom, but for now we like having him around, so he's out in the yard with me today. I really miss you guys, and on behalf of the whole staff, we all are missing you. We were supposed to be back in school this past Monday. That was the plan, of course, and I miss seeing you before school as I walk down the sidewalk toward the school, having you wave to me from the swings and from the monkey bars, the elementary students. I miss coming into the high school and huddling together and all cramming ourselves in the commons room to connect and pray and share. I miss the lunch times. I miss walking through the high school in the classroom, seeing you gathered around a table, eating and laughing and playing Uno. I miss walking around the elementary school at lunch as you play ball hockey. I may not miss trying to avoid being trampled as the manhunt players come storming around the gym, but we miss laughing together, working together, worshiping and learning. This isn't the same, but we're holding in there, and I trust you are as well, because I know that you miss each other, and I know that you aren't seeing your friends as often as you'd like to. Family, we've really enjoyed as parents connecting with you. You've been getting phone calls from teaching staff, and those will be continuing over the next couple of days. That's an important chance for us to just check in with what's going on in your home as we get ready for next week and to help plan with you. That's helping us stay connected with you in partnership. We're now ready to regroup and take on a new learning model. We're calling it VCS Connected Learning. And the name is important. Names are important. When something is named, it helps give it identity and it helps give it direction. And I can think of many examples in the Bible where God was going to do a new work, and he would often claim that new work by giving someone a new name. And so names, again, shape us. And so we want to be shaped not by words like remote or distant, distance learning. I think of some of these other models. We want to be shaped and identified by connection. That means staff and student connection to be ongoing and authentic, for that to be staff and family connections. This is going to be something that we'll be doing more often, even than under regular circumstances. This is for a new kind of connection even within homes as you gather together around learning. Most of all, we want our learning to be connected to God's Word, to Him, to His truth, and that it would be part of your faith formation, that it would be connected to our mission, which is that each student would be discipled and learn what it means to follow Christ through their learning program at VCS. So those will all continue in a VCS Connected Learning model. I want to give you a little bit of a snapshot of next week. You will be receiving more information in detail Friday that outlines a framework for learning, and this will address every level from K to 12. We're trying to be attentive to the whole range of context that you're going to be experiencing as homes. So we want to build in flexibility. So what you'll be seeing in the framework is essential core activities where students are invited to say, I can do this. This is an expectation. Others will be framed as, I may do this. Options and choices where you have capacity and time and support. There will be plenty for you to dive into. In other cases where it's limited, again, we trust that you'll be met where you're at as a home for this learning journey. That'll include live connections with staff as we use the Zoom platform. If you're not familiar with online Zoom meetings, don't worry, it's super easy, and there'll be guidance along the way, so you can look forward to that. I also want to give you just a couple tips and what you can think about as you're getting the home ready for next week. Focus at this point on some of the patterns, some of the structures and routines that'll help kids learn, that we know is so good for their stability. A home learning schedule, perhaps, and there'll be, again, more input from staff on that. Think about workstations and where can students work individually and as pairs or in groups as a family. So stay tuned for further communication, and I want to leave you with a passage from Hebrews chapter 10, verse 24. The Apostle Paul says this, And this is him speaking to the early church, and it's so relevant even now for us as his followers. We read, "Let us hold unswervingly to the hope that we profess. For he who promised is faithful. And let us consider how we may spur one another on toward love and good deeds, not giving up meeting together, as some are in the habit of doing, but encouraging one another, and all the more as you see the day approaching. So let us embrace one another and not give up meeting together, even in the creative ways that we need to do that, whether that's online, email, phone, text, Facebook, Instagram. Let us embrace each other and stay connected. This is a unique opportunity for us, and so I pray that we can all stick with this together for God's glory and for his kingdom. And I think that that's all for me at this point. BB-8, anything else you want to add? Of course, BB-8, thanks for reminding me. When we start off next week, Monday morning, it'll be with an assembly. So at 8:30, look for a link and stay tuned as we all gather. And it'll be a different kind of assembly. It'll probably be right here again at the Driediger household to start off. I'll try to recruit some of my family members to join me as we come together for that. So for now, over and out from the Driediger household.